Yes. We are back on air. This is the Wings of Change on Pack Radio, and it's gonna be always a happy Wednesday. And if you wanna just give us a shout on our WhatsApp number, you can do that freely on 062 188 0536. Can I repeat the number? 062 188 0536. Please do drop us a WhatsApp so that we know who you are and where you are listening from. It's always a pleasure to know that somebody is tuning in and that we together are enjoying this moment of change and transformation. And remember, we take from Dr. John Maxwell's program and we share some of the nuggets that are very important for one's advancement, because we've got to advance. You don't want to stay, in the same place. Everyone wants to advance, and for you to advance, it's important to really refill, use some tactics and skills to actually get you moving. Those are some of the very important things for you to keep on moving. A big shout out to the students, learners, and the teachers, educators, and lecturers. And I believe universities have reopened already, and some of the schools have reopened. Private schools, it's a different calendar. But for the government schools, I know that next week, back to school. I believe it's next week, Tuesday. And I believe that teachers, educators, and learners, you've had a good break and that you've really enjoyed yourself as you took some time out to rest at home. And that's very important, just to refill and to recharge and to rejuvenate. So as you go back to school, I believe that you're gonna be energized and you're gonna be ready to do great things and to perform on your maximum level. I want to encourage those learners that might not have done well in the last term, our second term, that it's not the end of the road. It's not the end of life. You can just keep on trying. And this third term, as it begins, give yourself some time to think through what could have made you not to do well, and it's time for you to have another energy, impetus to get going and to really achieve what you have aimed for yourself to achieve. But it's very important for you to set yourself goals, set yourself a very clear goal for what you want to achieve this term. So I am saying to you, don't give up, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You know that there's always a hope. As long as you are alive, there's always hope. So don't give up, no matter what is happening in your life. You might have failed last term, but don't give up. There is another opportunity for you. There is another chance for you to give it another shot and see how far you can go. You will never know how far you can go until you give it another shot. Many people fail prematurely, you know what I mean? Which means they could have risen up and given it another shot, but they decided to just remain on the ground and not stand up and try again. And I call that failing prematurely. So I think it's very important to always give it another shot. Okay, can I make that our buzzword for this week? Give it another shot. You may triple and sometimes fall down, but give it another shot because there's always hope for you. Please don't forget to give us a shout and drop us a message on our WhatsApp number. In case you've just tuned in, you are listening to PEC Radio. That's Pan Africa Connect. And we are saying, Africa, let's come together. Let's do something that counts. Let's do something that makes a difference in our societies. And this is the Wings of Change, where we explore motivation, inspiration, and leadership. It's always a happy Wednesday. Now, today, there's just a few nuggets that I just want to leave with you before I call it a day. Something was just, troubling me in a positive way yesterday night. There's a story from the ancient book of a man called Zacchaeus. I want to just get us to use this man as a learning for us this afternoon. We're going to use Zacchaeus. And we're going to use Zacchaeus as our case study this afternoon. Now, don't worry about knowing much about Zacchaeus, but this is what is important this afternoon. Zacchaeus was a short man, very short man. Now, he heard that Jesus was about to pass by where he was. And since Jesus was more like a public figure, he was a prominent figure. So everybody had known about the works that he had done. So they wanted to have an experience with him. So number one, I want you to understand this. Everyone is looking for an experience. Whatever that you are doing is a means that takes you to an experience. For instance, if you are hungry, the food is not what you are looking for. What you're looking for is an experience of being full. That's what you are looking for. If you have a job, what you are looking for is not the job that you are doing, but it is an experience of having money and do the things that you want to do. So the things that we do are just a means to an experience that we desire to have. So everybody is looking for an experience. What experience are you looking for? It's an experience of freedom. It's an experience of happiness. It's an experience of joy. So the things that we do, be it a job or a place to stay or a car to drive, whatever that we obtain or attain or do, we do it as a means to get us to an experience. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. So there's an experience that you and I are looking for. There's a desire that you have to have a particular experience in life. Now, Zacchaeus wanted to have an experience where he would really have an encounter with Jesus. And this is a very beautiful story about your goals and about where you want to be. And now, what he did was very clever. He was very intelligent and very strategic. He thought, number one, what could be my limitation to have the experience that I'm looking for? What could be a lacking part in me that could prevent me from having an experience that I desire to have? And very quickly, he realized that he was short. Now, what could be the strategy to address or to mitigate his height? This is exactly what you need to do. Look at what limits you from getting an experience that you want. And then he decided, all right, now the solution would be, I need to climb up the tree. That's a strategy. He then quickly climbed up the tree for him to get to a place to put him in a position to have the experience that he was looking for. And then when he climbed up the tree, all of a sudden he was in a place, he was positioned correctly, he was positioned well to be able to see the man that he was desiring to see. I'm going to close now and sign out. But listen to this. Every time you must be able, number one, to have a desire, a strong desire. That's a goal of, this is what I want. This is what I want to experience. Let that not die inside of you, because that experience, that desire to have that experience keeps you going. And then number two, look at your shortcomings. What are the shortcomings that prevent you from having that experience? What are the limitations? Like Zacchaeus realized that he was too short. And then number three, how do you aim to mitigate the shortcomings that prevent you from having the experience that you desire, the experience of your life? Whether it's happiness, joy, whether it's the best life that you are looking for. And then you come up with a strategy. The strategy for Zacchaeus was to climb up the tree so that he could be able to be in a position to have the experience that he was dying to have. And lastly, what was important that Zacchaeus did was to change what I call a viewpoint. He changed his perspective. He stood from a different angle. Some of the people have been stopped and limited by the angle that they keep, and which makes them not to see what they want to see. So he changed his angle, he changed his perspective so that he could see better. Where are you standing right now? Would you take time to look at your surroundings, to look at your position, and then perhaps think about, what do you need to change? How would you change your position in order to see better? It could be for you perhaps to enroll for a short course or a short program that could elevate your perspective and way of seeing things, as well as how you do things. That's changing a perspective, changing a position. That's exactly what Zacchaeus did. So that was a strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, it was beautiful having time with you. A beautiful moment of engaging in motivation, inspiration, and leadership. You are a leader. Let's meet again, same time, same place on Pack Radio, on the wings of change. And now, as I sign out, I am JJ Zondi, and I love you, Mzansi, and all over the world. You are in my heart. Thank you. Bye-bye. You get there.